What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis and this is POIZD, and today we're going to build a T3V3. So today we are working on a roller for a good friend of mine who hit me up to make him a set of links, and I plan to do that, but first we got to get this chassis sorted together, and I have never done that on video before, so that's what we're going to do today. So let's get to assembling this thing. Going over a list of components, we have two frame rails right here. We have our skid, left and right sliders, bag of K&K hardware. We have our carrier bearing cross brace assembly, two 70mm spacers, two 6mm spacers, a 50mm cross brace, and our carrier bearing assembly. Step one is going to be going in here and getting our two 35mm bolts for our front links. It's going to be these two right here. We'll grab one slider through the hole, as you can see, and then we'll start it into our front. We'll take our second screw and do the same thing on the other side. One thing to note is that the carrier bearing cross brace pockets are on the inboard side of the chassis. Don't put them on the outside, otherwise it's not going to work out for you. Got everything where we can still move it around. That's going to work out just fine right there. Alright, now we're going to grab our 22mm bolts. You're going to have two in here that are longer than all of the others. Here's one of them. I believe here's the other one. Yep. So we have our two 22mm bolts. We're going to use those where we put our rear links. I start with the middle hole. That way I can shorten the wheelbase or lengthen the wheelbase. So it's going to go, put a bolt through, spacer, 6mm, rod end for your link, into your 50mm cross brace. And then the same thing on the other side. And this is why we assemble it loosely, so we can move stuff around if we need to. So bolt through the chassis, 6mm spacer, cross brace. Now these rod ends right here, these are like 6mm rod ends, so they're not big enough. All these measurements were done in mind with 7mm wide ball ends. That way everything is the same width through here. So I'm not going to go ahead and tighten these up, but this is how it all goes together. Next up will be our carrier assembly. When you first get these, they are a very snug fit, so just get it through there, and over time you'll be able to adjust it left and right easier. So what we're going to do is we're going to take two of our 10mm bolts, run them through. Two of our 3mm nuts. Those are going to go into these slots here. Then your other two, you'll have 4 total 10mm bolts. All of them go to the carrier assembly. Now you'll want to make sure that it goes into the pockets before you tighten anything down. The pockets will allow you to adjust your pitch. You don't need a whole lot of adjustment. It's just whatever is preferred. And these slots give you a few degrees of down. So you can go dead flat and anywhere between there. Also, if you want to move your carrier back, like if you're running a really long wheelbase, you can move it back to these other 3 positions as well. Now that we got it where we want it, we're going to snug those down. These don't have to be crazy tight. They just have to be snug down. And in there, there's 0 torque transferred through this to the chassis. So there's no twisting forces being applied to this. This is just holding the shaft up out of the way. This is a free spinning, so there's no torques being applied through here. You don't have to worry about it moving on you. Just snug these down. If you tighten them too tight, these could spread apart, and yeah, so just snug those up and they'll be just fine. Our 20mm bolts are for our shocks and links and all that good stuff. So we are going to take 2 of our 20s and we're going to put this 70mm brace wherever it is that we're going to be putting our shocks. We're going to put that right between them. There will be ball ends here, so these aren't going to tighten all the way down in this demonstration. But this will give you a rough idea of where everything goes. Our 14mm, we have 2 14mm bolts. Those are going to be our rear mount screws for our skid and sliders. So 2 of our 20mm bolts will be for mounting our upper links. 2 for the shocks. 2 for our front uppers. And then the last 2 are for our front shocks. Now this last brace, you can place it, you know, between your shocks, or if you want to put it up here somewhere to, you know, support the chassis in the front, that's fine too. Gives you more space for, you know, getting battery in and out. I prefer the battery to live right in here. But for demonstration purposes, we were going to put the crossbar between the shock mounts here.
You see, stereophonic sound for the home is recorded on 2 separate tracks, each one giving special emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra.
Our last 4 nuts are going to be for our uppers right here, and also for our uppers right here. And that's going to be the hardware that is included with the kit. As you can see, this skid is 76 millimeters wide and the braces are 70. You're gonna squeeze that together, including here and back here. This cross brace here is skinnier than all of this, so you will be pulling it together. So just keep that in mind. This is our V3. Nearly all assembled. The next episode, this was just a quick down and dirty. The next episode, we will be putting links on here. I'll show you how I make links, just for personal use, to get the highest possible clearance out of a build for, you know, whatever user. Nobody is going to make better links for your car than you, so just remember that, and I'll show you how I set them all up. This is going to be getting Muse nylon straight axles under it, so this is going to be a very, very cool build, and I can't wait to get this thing going even more than this. But for now, that's going to do it. As you can see, this is how we assemble a T3V3. That goes for the V2 as well. It's a very similar setup. Hopefully we get some links under this thing and we can get it sent back to the owner. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode of this roller build.